Hello! Did you know that different merchants sell the same items for different prices? Well, they do, and I'm going to show you the best places to buy each item. I'm going to have it split up into two sections. Best price, which is for recovery items and other consumables that you can run out of, and unique items, which are items that you can't get anywhere else in the game unless your character started with them, like armor sets or weapons. Here's how I've got it all organized. Timestamps are in the description for specific things, and at the end of the video I'm going to show where to find every merchant just in case any of you don't know where any of them are. Okay, have fun saving money! Alright, so we're starting with Patches because I think he's the most useful, and that's because he sells grass for the cheapest. That's probably the thing you're going to be buying the most, so it's pretty important that you let him live. Sorry. He also is the only way you can buy Archstone shards, which are easily the most useful item in the game in my opinion. The only other way to get these is to farm them off of the rats down in Valley of Defilement. After killing 2 archdemons, which for any of you who don't know is just the final boss of any Archstone, Patches is going to start selling sticky white slime. Graverobber Blige also sells this, but he only sells 2, which makes Patches easily the best one for it. After killing 3 archdemons, he's going to be the only vendor that sells New Moon grass, so all of you PvPers definitely need to keep him alive for that. Finally, after you kill 4 archdemons, he's going to sell 2 more new items. Those are 5 Dark Moon grasses and 3 Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. Now I'm going to take a moment to talk about Stone of Ephemeral Eyes pricing. These things are going to range between 1,000 and 50,000 souls. This is the chart for what price the stone is going to be. It's every 10 levels you're going to get a bump in the price. So say you're level 40 and you're coming back and you're about to level up, go buy the stones from Patches first, so that way you can save some money. This pricing layout is also the same for the Filthy Woman, but we'll get to that later. Next is the Dregling Merchant, and this guy actually has quite a bit of things that only he sells. Fire bombs and pine resin are both pretty dang useful, and he sells 2 weapons that you cannot get anywhere else unless your character started with them, the short spear and the broadsword. He's also where you go to get the plate set. And he does actually sell Crescent Moon grass cheaper than anybody, so if you're really into Crescent Moon grass, he's your guy. Next up is the Filthy Man, and we're not going to spend too much time here. He sells elixirs, which are really nice for heavy armor builds. This stuff makes your stamina recover really quickly. He also sells quite a bit of different stones for you to use in upgrades. The Once Royal Mistress is definitely the best place to go for spices, so any of you who are doing a magic build should definitely be visiting her a lot. She also sells Nobles and Widow's Lotus at the cheapest prices. And kinda weird too, she's the only way you can get the Buckler Shield unless you start with it. Graverobber Blige is the 5th merchant, and he's definitely the place to go if you're prioritizing a bow. He sells a ton of different arrows, all at better prices than anyone else. He's also the only way you can buy a short bow and long bow. He sells the new item Phosphorescent Grains, which is really good for any kind of magic enemy. Last thing he has is the leather set, which is actually pretty good. Moving on to the Filthy Woman, most people think she's the worst merchant, but she's actually got quite a few good things. She's the only one who sells black pine resin, which is awesome. She sells preservation grains, which is not very awesome. And then she also sells grass jelly, which is a new item that's really, really good, in my opinion. Also at her second location, she sells 3 Dark Moon grass, which aside from Patches is the only Dark Moon grass you can buy. She also has a very unique item you can buy, a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes that respawns in her inventory. This is how it works. You can only buy 1 stone from her while you are in soul form, and after you buy it, it will not respawn until you die in body form anywhere in the game. So if you're really trying to hoard Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, whenever you die in body form, get enough souls, then run back over to her while still in soul form, and buy that next stone. This is how the pricing works for it. It's the exact same as Patches earlier. She's also who you want to go to in case you want the Chainmail set or the Myrden set. Myrden? I don't know. And our last merchant, the one that everybody forgets about, it's Boldwin. He sells pretty much nothing at the best price, except 1 new item called the Cracked Eye Stone. This is like Lloyd's Talisman in Dark Souls or Numbing Mist in Bloodborne. If you throw it at an enemy, it's going to make this little cloud aura around it, and while they're in that cloud, they can't heal. I don't know actually how good it is, but, you know, try it out if you want.
got some rare things on sale, stranger. Is that all, stranger? Come back any time.